Hey, PM Simon Ebone MSD now. 15 international treaties has been signed by the Prime Minister of Biafra that will be coming to defend Biafran territory. If you pay attention, I will read the news for you. For the first time, we are changing the game. To defend Biafran land against aggression is a task we are doing. A very raw, sophisticated weapon will go into use by the Biafran Liberation Armies and Biafra resistant fighters to secure our land in the next phase of this liberation. This kind of weapon is the weapon that the IDF, the Israel Defense Force, uses that costs millions of dollars, and now it has now been found in Biafran land. Hey, if you say that Simon Ekpa is not working, then I'm sorry for you, because you see, the journey to restore Biafra must be done in accordance, and things must be replaced the way it should be. You see, that is why they are so scared of Simon Ekpa. They know what he can do. They know what he can do. You see, the Biafran Liberation Force is not there to cause havoc or begin to cause problem or begin to, find somebody that are going to distract or shoot or thereabout. No, that is not the intention of the Biafran Liberation Force. The Biafran Liberation Force is there, just like the ESN, to defend Biafra against any terrorists. Nigeria, we know, is already suffering from a very big terrorism. But yet, we do not have anybody that is going to come and help us fight this terrorism, because the government are benefiting from it. Now you are fighting somebody that wants to make your land safe. And if they don't accuse him of one thing today, they accuse IDF. This IDF weapon costs millions of dollars. And now, Simon Ekpa has received it, signed 15 treaties to arrive Biafra land. And you tell me he doesn't know what he's doing? You see, we must continue to make this very clear to those who don't want to hear the good news, who don't want to see the good news that we are spreading. Because at the end of the day, you are going to sit back and watch Biafran victory. I will say it again, I do not support or condone any violence in Biafra land, and this page does not support violence in any way. But self-defense is not a crime anywhere in the world. Self-defense is not a crime. You cannot sit back and watch people come into your land, snatch your wife, take them for slavery and all that, and you fold your arms because of you don't want problem. If you don't want problem will always come around. But if you fight for peace, peace will prevail. That is just the truth. The Israel will always tell you that we pray for peace and we want peace, but if it means going to war to get that peace, then fine and good. And that is their slogan. Till today, it is making sense. Biafran Liberation Army Anodigonoche. And this weapon is very, very cost mass destruction weapon, finally found in Biafran land. And the man who made it happen is Mazi Simon Ekpa. Now, if we want to compare the weapon that Nigerian government has and the one that Biafran has, I can honestly tell you that Nigeria government has more weapon than Biafrans, and that is why we cannot go into war with them in any way. Because if we go, they're not going to win. Of course, they can never win, because even when they fought Biafran war, they never won. But we lost a lot of people. So this time around, we are using wisdom. We are going to make use of wisdom, because wisdom prevails at all costs. So that we don't start something and we find out that our brothers are hungry and suffering. It doesn't work like that. It must work in a certain way where everybody must be ready to deliver their zone. You get the point now. Fearless Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has given the last order. fearless Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has declared the last order. And this is the big situation, this is the big room we all has been waiting for. Yesterday, they sent over 1,000 soldiers to Biafran land, to Imo State, to buy Imo State for Hope Uzodinma, of course. A corrupt politician will do everything possible to remain in power. After all, they have their head now as the president. So, anything is going to cost them, they are going to do it to clarify whatever they want to clarify. But Simon Ekpa is not shaking. He's not shaking at all. He understands the system. You see, this is going to be fire for fire, because enough of rigging election, enough of people coming out to take wrong decisions for their children because of their selfish interests. Look at what happened in Abia State. Use it as an example, and it will clarify to you that we are in a big mess in this country. We are in a big mess in this situation room, and that is why every one of us must stand up to what is right. Yes. PM has declared sit at home 6 to 6, from the 10th to 11th to 12th and to 13. People must bear, because sacrifice, you see, when it comes to restoration, actualization of anything that is great, there must be sacrifice. If you have not sacrificed, then it's a joke. It's a big joke. Yes, it is a big joke. So everybody must put in mind and put in place the positivity that is needed for all of us to push this Biafran thing to the last position. We're no longer going to be intimidated. We're no longer going to be taken for granted because of we are being so calm. I beg every Biafran, please do not come out on that day, because these zoo soldiers will always look for innocent Biafrans to vent on. When I first the BLA, that is the Biafran Liberation Military, also. The Biafran Liberation Army Fana Abazi also, because of AG Fefaji. Yes, they are there to defend Biafran land, and Biafran land must be defended at all costs. I don't know why people are so angry whenever they mention the word Biafra. I don't know why people are angry. They are venting. They are not angry with the way the Naira is devaluating. They are not angry the way their government have already tied them down. They are not even angry the way the government have made them look so useless in international eyes. They are more angry about the freedom of people who want to progress. That is the problem. That is the leverage of an African man. But we cannot be tied down. We cannot continue to be in that same position where everybody will come and decide for us who we are or what we are going to become. That time is over. Obosenaga. That is why I am calling on every Biafran to decide what they must do. The decision has been made by the Biafran PM, and that decision is final. If you love yourself, stay indoor. Don't come out, because even though you go out and vote, they will still rig it. So why are you stressing yourself to go and vote? Let's see what they did to P2B now. Then you can now say what you want to say.